So I actually remember the first time I came up here was on the specialized pitch, because there was no way my old Aggressor Pro was ever going to make it, because I never really did anything to upgrade it. But when I did, it was summer and it was very warm, and I did not dress appropriately for this. Kind of like the one thing, wish I'd prepared myself better before I started getting into mountain biking, is how tired I'd be from all the climbing. You hear people talk about it, but until you experience it for yourself, you really never know how exhausted you're going to be. And let me tell you, I did better than I did the first time I was up here with that pitch, but oh my god, I was so exhausted by the time I got up here. So, small gains, but I'm glad that I was able to power through most of it. Just right up here. Honestly, the worst part about all of this is the sweat you build up and how cold it is, and then the wind hitting you. So I bought a little case for the GoPro, so you wouldn't hear a lot of the wind noise. The first vlog that I made, I really couldn't hear any, but the wind wasn't really blowing the way it was the second time when I was around town doing my little ride there. It was a lot windier, but I don't know if it just did a good job at blocking the wind, or it just wasn't strong enough for the GoPro to pick up, even though I know there's like a wind dampening software on some of these GoPros now. I don't know how much that adds to actually blocking out the wind noise. Honestly, one of the things that irritates me the most about these not really irritates, because I'm not the one that deals with it, but you kind of have to navigate through a field of horse droppings. Should have brought a face mask. I'm getting dirt all up in my mouth just from talking. Hope it's dirt. Going downhill like this always gives me the sniffles. Kind of want to just keep vlogging a little more. Like in my last video, I said I was training for the rock cobbler, so that's why I've been pushing myself to climb more. These fire roads are super easy to go down, but just going up for such a long time, it just does wear down on you, honestly. And it's fun. It's super fun to go downhill. I've got the bell on because I've seen a bunch of hikers, so I'm trying not to hit anybody on my way down. I might come back to hike one of these trails because it's super easy. It's just an entire fire road that goes all the way up, comes all the way back down. I noticed on this particular trail too, Skyline, there's a lot of like branching trails that go from section to section, and some of them had horses on them, so that's kind of like not going to navigate through horses just to go through the trails, but they're not really labeled. And I tried to look some of these up on Trail Forks, couldn't find them, so I don't know what kind of, like they're black diamond, intermediate. Either way, I'm on here just for the climb today, so not too concerned with anything major, as long as I can keep climbing, keep getting my training up for the Pebble Cobbler. It's hard, man. I tell you, it's hard. Part of me kind of wants to try these trails, but man, I'm just giving all my energy to the climbs right now. You do get better with time, but like I said, it comes with time, and it's the older you get, the slower the gains come, you know, which is, it's not really an excuse. It is what it is. I'm not gonna use that as a crutch and be like, oh, but it'll take too long, and I'm older, and I'm only in my 30s, so it's not really a big deal right now. But still have fun out here. Still have fun going down. I would vlog more going up, but honestly, you just hear a lot of panting. Usually try to just navigate my way up there, do the best I can, just keep pedaling. Try to do it a little more with a little more cadence than power, because if you just power your way all the way up there, you're just kind of gonna get more tired than you think. At least that's the logic I've been going with. It's been going pretty well. just pick up speed real quick on these fire roads. And if it wasn't for all these landmines, as you see, landmines, I wouldn't care. I'd go as fast as I want. But if I go through any of them, oh my God, it'll be so bad to clean it up. Oh, the smell would be atrocious. I would just not be able to handle it. Oh, there's a horse at the bottom of the trail. There's a couple horses. Kind of wanted to hear me coming, so. Well, not messing with horses. Ooh, I remember a bunch of landmines here. I came up this way. There's some. Well, I can turn that bell off now that the horses are gone. I think those were all of them. Oh, not all of them. I don't really know how many horses are on here, but I think those the amount that I passed a little earlier. Whoa. Gonna go ahead and turn off this bell and work this climb. Well, I got the bell off and started these climbs. Going down should be a lot easier. I definitely picked the harder way to go up just to work my climbing, just to work them legs out. Here we go. Maybe the next time I come out here, I'll come do specifically all these smaller trails that aren't labeled. Today, not so much. Today's all about getting that leg strength in. I would get up from the seat, but it's a climb right after this. So I am good. I actually put new wheels on order for this bike. Let you know what they are later, but definitely a step up from what these Marin branded wheels came with. Either way, I'm looking forward to that. Aside from that, I need to buy some cross-country tires for the pitch, which I'm going to take into the Pebble Cobbler. There was a lot of climbing, a good amount of descent, but I heard the majority of it is actually street riding. So right now it's got trail / downhill wheels on it, which I kind of put because it was what was available. At the same time, as if I want to do something like the races coming up, I'm going to need more cross-country wheels. It'll be better in the long run because I already know it's going to take a lot of energy out of me if I try to do that with mountain biking or trail wheels. You kind of want the cross country because they have lower rolling resistance, so it'll make the street riding so much easier. At the same time, you can still use it for certain kind of off-road trails, which will be a big part of the actual race. Like I said, I'm not looking to win. Honestly, right now I'm just looking to finish because the first time I've ever done something like that. So to me, it'll be a huge accomplishment that I was able to train for something so monumental, and I was able to finish it. I've done races before, but mostly like off-road stuff. I've done Tough Mudders. I've done Spartan races, but I've never done anything bike related, so it's gonna be new to me. I thought about a gravel bike, but honestly, that's just not for me. And I'm not looking to spend a lot of money on a new bike for these types for just this race when I have other bikes at home that I can just use. And don't get me wrong, I thought about that for a long while. I thought about like the Marin Gestalt X for one. It's at a good price point, and it's a great bike for the actual race itself. But like I said, if I just buy a bike to use it once, it's kind of a huge waste of money on my part, because it could be spent on other things. I don't have the kind of luxury to spend on bikes just like that. So I kind of have to be smarter about this. That's why I chose Specialized Pitch. It's a bike I already had. It's a bike I could already utilize. I can shed weight pretty easy on that bike. That was why it was so important to get the new drivetrain. I'm still trying to get a new fork in, but I'm not trying to spend a huge amount of money on it. After all, it's going to be something I use off and on. More than likely, it's going to be honestly my main loaner bike in case somebody wants to come riding with me. Hey, here, take this bike. It's pretty cool. I've used it. I've got no problems with it. Which, for what it is great. There's nothing I can really do to a bike like that. There's no amount of money that I can put into it that'll change it from the type of bike that it is to like a $3,000 Carbon Chameleon or what's the other bike, Sinker Pro, you know. I kind of have to keep it at that price point just to kind of justify doing the upgrades and keeping the bike at the same time. Oh, knew this was coming. For what this is, this bike has been great, but I don't want to take a full suspension, even though there will be people with a full suspension at the Pebble Cobbler. It's just with this bike, I'm actually a little more picky and choosy what I want to put on it. I'm not the type of person who's going to go through drivetrains very often. I'm going to go through them as I need them. When one breaks or doesn't function the way I wanted it to, like the Molinas Ridge or the Pitch, I'll swap them out. But for this one, the only real upgrade that I wanted to do off the bat were the wheels and tires. Anyways, looks like I'm already at the end of the actual trail, so I'm gonna cut this video right here. Usually, probably gonna be a little longer than it normally is. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.